Welcome to Introductions of Vlookup function. Under this section, we are going to be look at that what's the Vlookup function. Then we are going to be discuss about what are the type of Vlookup function. Then finally, we are going to be look at that what are the issues of Vlookup function. The first part we are going to be look at that what's the Vlookup function. Vlookup is an Excel function to look up and retrieve data from a specific column in table. Vlookup support approximate and exact matching. It means that if you want to be retrieve or extract the data from particular table or particular range, you can use the Vlookup function in Excel. The formula is a very simple. First we have to be put the equal sign. Then we need to be write down Vlookup. So we have to be write Vlookup. After that we have to be start the bracket. Within the bracket we need to be pass four parameters. First lookup value, comma, second table, the third column index, the fourth one is range lookup, then close the bracket and enter. The first parameter is lookup value. Lookup value mean what basis you are going to be search the data. For an example, if you look at this example, right, we will discuss in the practical section how to do this task. Now I'm going to be explain how the Vlookup work, right? So lookup value mean we are going to be search based on student roll number. You can see here the first column is roll number, second column is student name, the third column is gender, the fourth column is grade, and fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9 is the student marks for each subject, then total, after that average. So this is the students exam result 2020, and we are going to be retrieve the data based on the student roll number. So lookup value is student roll number is a lookup value in this example, right? Then the second parameter is table. Table mean we have to be select the table or the range, right? So the data where is contained. Table mean the data where is contained. So we have to be select the table or range which are consist of all the data. The third is column index. We have to be enter the column index. It means that if you want to be search student name, the first column is roll number, the second column is student name. So we have to be enter 2 is the student name. The finally is range lookup. If you're going to be search based on the exact match, we have to be put that exact match. If you're going to be search based on the best matching, we are going to be put that approximate match. Then we have to be close the bracket, then enter. If you enter, the data will be retrieved in this cell. So this is how the Vlookup functions work. We will see in the practical section how to do this task, right? So don't need to be worried about it. Just I'm going to be explain what's a Vlookup function. Now we are going to be look at that the type of Vlookup function. The Vlookup function divided in two categories based on the lookup range. The first one is exact match, other one is approximate match. Exact match we can retrieve the data in two methods. The first method is lookup data considered as a range. The second method is lookup data converted as a table. Then we will retrieve the data. As well, the approximate match also we can retrieve the data in two methods. The first method lookup data considered as a range. The second method lookup data converted as a table. Don't need to be worried about it. We will discuss in the practical section in the deep manner. Now we are going to be look at that what's the exact match. Exact match mean if you want to be get exactly what's the contain which you want to be retrieve the data, we can use the Vlookup exact match mode. This makes sense when you have a unique key to use as a lookup value. For example, if you look at this student exam result 2020, if you type the student roll number, student name, gender, grade, Tamil mark, Islam mark, science marks, maths marks, English mark, total marks and average mark, exactly what's contained in the table or range, it should be appear here. No need any approximate. What exactly consists in the table, it should be retrieved in this chart. That is called that exact match. For an example, if the student roll number 1001, that is Hafila, the exactly Hafila in the cell contained, and gender is a female, exactly is a female. So likewise, exactly what's appear in the table, it should be retrieved. So this is called that exact match. The next one is approximate match. Approximate match means when you want to be retrieve the best match, not necessary an exact match, you need to use the approximate mode. It means that you can see here student exam result, right? If the student get the mark 0 to 35, the grade should become W. 35 to 60, the grade should become C. 60 to 75, the grade should become B. 75 to 100, the grade should become A. If I enter the student roll number, student name, it should become exact match what's appear here, and gender, it should be appear what exactly contains. So we have to use student name and gender is exact match, but the grade is approximate match, because if the student get the marks between 0 to 35, the grade should become W here. If the student get 35 to 60, the grade should become C. If the student get that 60 to 75, the grade should become B. If the student gets 75 to 100, the grade should become A here. So this is called that approximate match. For an example, in the roll, if I type the roll number 1001, the student name exactly what's the contain Hafila, and it will be retrieved if I use the exact match as well, and the gender is exact match we will use. At the time we will get that exactly what's the contain here female, so it will be retrieved here female. But the grade, I'm going to be use the grade is based on the average. So the average, if the student get 83, we will put that in the approximate match in this table. So the average is 83. 83 comes between the 75 to 100. So it will retrieve A, it's a grade. If the student get average 67, the 67, it will come 60 to 75 marks. So the grade should become B. The B should become here. Likewise, if you want to be retrieve the data for the best match, we can use the Vlookup function, approximate match. Now we are going to be look at that what's the Vlookup issues. There are three major issues we will face when you use the Vlookup function. Those are, the first one is it's only work from left to right. If you use the lookup value student name, it means that we are going to be search based on the student name, right? So student name is the lookup value. So it will work left to right. It means you can retrieve the data gender, grade, Tamil, Islam, science, maths, English, total, average. But you can't get roll number because it will not work right to left, right? That is the first issue. The second is it has number to text or text to number problem. It means that if you want to be get the gender, so gender is, this is mode is, for an example, it is text. But here we put this cell is a number. So number, here number mode, here is text mode. If it is here text mode or here number mode, something like that, it will not work. It make problem. So it should be usually use general mode. The third problem is Vlookup never consider lowercase or uppercase issues. It means that if you want to be retrieve the data based on the student name or lookup value is student name, if you write the student name lowercase or uppercase, it never matter for the Vlookup function. If you write Hafila is a small letters or lowercase, it will work. At the same time, if you write the student name Hafila in the uppercase, it also works. Don't need to be worried about this demonstration. We will look at in the deep manner in the practical section. The practical section I covered every segment of Vlookup function. Now we are going to be look at the practical section for the Vlookup function. This workbook you can download from the resource section. No need to be worried about it. And the workbook name is a Vlookup function, and you can download from the resource sections. The Vlookup function workbook contain 4 worksheets. The first worksheet is exact match method 1. It means that lookup data considered as a range. And the second is exact match method 2, lookup data converted as a table. Then third is approximate method 1, lookup data considered as a range. The fourth sheet is approximate match method 2. It means that lookup data converted as a table. Before we are going to be do the Vlookup function, we should understand what is the range. Range means the set of the data, right? So this is the set of the data. This is called the range, right? So likewise, you need to understand the fundamental term word for the Excel. So the range means the set of the data. Here is this is called that range, and this is the data range. Okay, and now you can see this example Vlookup function exact match method 1 lookup data considered as a range. So this is the lookup data. This is the lookup data. So lookup data consider as a range mean we are going to be consider this lookup data as a just range, right? The second method exact match method 2 lookup data converted as a table. It means that this is the lookup data, right? We will convert this data into table first. After that we will retrieve the data, or after that we are going to be use the Vlookup, right? This is the second method. Likewise here also I will do first this lookup data considered as a range. It means that this is the lookup data. This lookup data considered as a range mean I just take this is as a range, and this the second method I'm going to be convert this lookup data as a table. That is the second method. You can see lookup data converted as a table in the approximate match. We can do in these two method, exact match 2 method and approximate match 2 method. We can use the Vlookup function. Now I'm going to be explain this example. This is the student's exam result 2020. The first column is student roll number. There are 20 students are available in this data range, right? So the first column is contain the student roll number. The second column is contain the student name. The third column is student gender. Then fourth column is grade. Then fifth column is Tamil marks. Sixth column is Islam marks. And the seventh column is science marks. The eighth column is maths marks. Ninth column is English marks. And the 10th column is total marks. It means that Tamil, Islam, science, maths, English all together total marks. Then column 11th is average. It means that total marks divided is number of subject, right? So that is the average we get. This is the data range. Here is the chart, a student exam result, right? The student roll number. If I select the student roll number, the automatically student name, gender, grade, Tamil marks, Islam marks, science marks, maths marks, English marks, then total and average marks should be retrieved from this table. So if you want to be retrieve the data, we can use the Vlookup function, right? I have created this chart for getting the student result in 1C, right? So Student roll number. If I type the student roll number, student name, gender, grade, Tamil, Islam, science, maths, English, total and average mark should be appear here. It means that the data should be retrieved from this range to here. So how can we do it? We can do by using Vlookup function. The first method is lookup data considered as a range. It means that we use this is as a just range. So first I am going to be type the student roll number. Student roll number I am going to be put 1001, right? So 1001 just I am going to be type. Then student name I am going to be, if I type the student roll number, student name, gender, grade, everything, it will be retrieved from this table, right? So how can we do it? We can use the Vlookup function. So Vlookup function, as I told you, first if you want to be enter any formulas or function, we have to be first to put that equal sign. So I'm going to be put that equal sign. Then I'm going to be called the Vlookup. So Vlookup, and start the bracket. There are 4 parameters we need to be passed in this bracket. So the first is lookup value. What basis we are going to be search? We are going to be search based on the roll number. So I'm going to be choose the roll number is the lookup value, comma, and then table array. Table array mean we have to select the lookup data. The lookup data is here. So I'm going to be select the lookup data. I'm going to be select all the range, right? I'm going to be select all the range. Then the table array complete. So I'm going to be put that comma. Then column index is student name. We are going to be search student name. Student name, which column? First column roll number, second column student name. So second column is student name. So I'm going to be type 2, second column, comma. We need approximate match or exact match. We need exact match. Exact match mean what exactly see in the cell, it will be retrieved here. So I need the exact match. So I'm going to be choose the exact match. Then I'm going to be close the bracket. Just enter the student name will be appear here, right? So 1001 is the Hafila. So if I type 1002 is Sanfara. For an example, I'm going to be type 1002 Sanfara. So our Vlookup is working. Likewise, I am going to be enter the gender. Gender is equal. I know I'm going to be retrieve the data by using Vlookup function. So I need to call the Vlookup. Start the bracket, and then lookup value is we are going to be search based on the student roll number. So lookup value is this one, comma, table array. The table array is this one, comma, then column index. The gender is where is available. Gender is available in the third column. First column roll number, second column student name, third column is gender. So gender is third column. I'm going to be put 3. We need exact match or approximate match. We need exact match. So I'm going to be choose the exact match, then close the bracket, then enter. I'm not going to be type one by one. I just going to be drag and drop, right? So you can see here is lookup value and table array consist. It means that fixed, but only change the column index. So if I use the $, I can lookup value and table array by using F4 key. So how can I do it? So I'm going to be select lookup range, lookup value, and I'm going to be press F4. It will lock. It means that lock. As well, table array also I'm going to be lock. I'm going to be enter F4 key. The table array also lock. But the column index we need to be changed. So that's it. So I'm going to be enter. Then I'm going to be drag and drop. Everything come Shanfara. Alright. Everything come Shanfara because we put the column index 2. Now I'm going to be change the column index based on the requirement. So here is student name, second column. The gender is third column. So I'm going to be change the third column, enter, and the grade is a fourth column. So here is I'm going to be enter 4, enter, and then Tamil marks is fifth column. So Tamil is a fifth column, and Islamic sixth column. Islam is 6. I'm going to be change 6. Here is 7. Science is 7. Here is 8. English is 9. English is 9. Total is 10. And average is column 11. Right. We retrieve the data from this table. So now if I enter the student roll number, it's automatically retrieve the data from this range. So for an example, if I want to get that 1004, it means Sujat details, I can get it. 1004, just type and enter. Sujat, he's a male, grade 10, Tamil marks 65, Islam marks 98, Science mark 85, Maths marks 78, English marks 25, total 351, average 70.2. So I'm going to be change this color like this one, and I'm going to be bold because this is the average. And I'm going to be change like middle. Right. So it's using colorful. Right. If I want to be get that Afret, so I can get it. Afret roll number is 1012. So I'm going to be type 1012 and everything it appear here. If you type the wrong student roll number, it will come NA error. It means that not available. For an example, there is no 1021, right? So I'm going to be type 1021. It will come NA. NA mean not available. So if it is enter the roll number, it's wrong, it will come NA error. It means that not available, right? So if you write the correct one, it will come the right data, right? For an example, on 1002, it's available here. So Sanfara and female, grade 10, 95, everything's appear here. So this is how we can retrieve the data from this range to this chart, right? So we do it the first method, lookup data consider as a range. This is the lookup data we consider as a range. I hope that you understand well. Now we are going to move to the exact match method to lookup data converted as a table. So the same example I took for the illustration, student exam result 2020. The first column roll number, the second column student name, the third column gender, fourth column grade, fifth Tamil mark, sixth Islam mark, and then 7 science, 8 maths marks, 9 English, 10 is total marks, and 11 is average marks available here. There are 20 student mark list available. This is the chart, and if I select the student roll number, the student name, gender, grade, Tamil, Islam, science, maths, English marks should become, as well total and average also will be come here. So how can we retrieve the data from this table? We can use the Vlookup function. First, I'm going to be get the student list in this cell, I mean N6 cell. I'm going to be put the student roll number, right? Student roll number I'm going to be get as a list in N6 cell. So how can I get this student roll number into this list? It's very simple. First, I'm going to go to the data ribbon, and I'm going to be click the data validation. If I click the data validation, you can see that any values, I'm going to be choose the list, and I'm going to be choose the source. I need to get that student roll number as a list in this cell. So it's very simple. I'm going to be choose the source. The source is here. So I'm going to be click the source and I'm going to be select these student roll number should come here, right? So I'm going to be click OK button. If I click the OK button, you can see there is one of the mark it will come. This is the drop down list mark appear here. So you can select the student roll number. If I select the student roll number, I can get the student name, gender, grade, and the mark list everything in these cells. So I need to use the Vlookup function. Right. This is the second method for Vlookup function, exact match. It means that lookup data converted as a table. This is the lookup data, right? This is the lookup data, and I need to be converted as a table. If I want to be create the table, or if I want to be convert this range as a table, it's a very simple. I'm going to click this cell, and I'm going to be press Ctrl plus T into the keyboard. If I press the Ctrl plus T, the create table dialog box will appear. So I'm going to be select create table. My table has header. It means that if I check here, the roll number, student name, gender, grade, Tamil, Islam, Science, Maths, English, total, average marks will come as a header. I need, this is header for my table. So I'm going to be check this one, and I'm going to be click OK button. So if I click OK button, you can see the table, it's automatically created in this data range, right? So if you want to be change the color, you can change the color. You can see there is one of the ribbon, it will appear here, table tools design. So you can design your table. If you want to be change the color, you can change and you can design your table. So I'm going to be choose this one. This is look nice, so I'm going to choose this one, right? Then I'm going to be change the table name as a student result. So if I want to be change this table name, we can easily change. I can type here student result table, right? Result. But if you put the space between the two words, it will not accept. So I just want to be put that underscore between the words, student underscore result, and I'm going to be enter. If you want to be see the table name, you can go to the formula. Under the formula ribbon, you can click the name manager. You can see student result, one of the table it will be created. So if you want to be changed, you can change it, but I don't want to be changed because I have already created the student result table, right? So I'm going to be closed. Now we are going to be retrieve the data from this table to this chart. If I type the student roll number, the student name, gender, grade, Tamil marks, Islam marks, Science marks, Maths, English marks, total and average marks should be appear here. So if I want to be extract or retrieve the data from this table to here, we can use the Vlookup function. So I'm going to use the Vlookup function in the second method. That means that by using this table, right? So first I'm going to be put that equal sign. Then I need to call the Vlookup function, and start the bracket. We need to be passed the 4 parameters. First parameter is lookup value. Lookup value mean what base we are going to be search. We are going to be search based on the student roll number. So I'm going to be choose the student roll number is a lookup value, comma. Table array, this is table array we have already created. So we just need to be enter the table name. So we have already set the table name as student result. So if I type STUDE student result, the table name will appear here. So I'm going to be select, comma, then a column index. You can see here is student name, which column, roll number is the first column, the student name is second column. So I'm going to be enter the second column. right? Then comma range. Fourth parameter is what's the range? We are going to be extract the data exact matching. What's the contain in the cell? It should be retrieved to here. So I'm going to be choose the exact match. Then I'm going to be close the bracket. Then I'm going to be enter. So now you can see if I select the student roll number, the name will be retrieved from this table to here, right? So this is how VLOOKUP work. So likewise, I am going to be enter for all these cells. I'm going to be apply this VLOOKUP function. So I'm going to be copy this formula, and I'm going to be paste here, right? You can see here gender is available in the third column. So I'm going to be change the column index is 3 and enter. And then grade is fourth column, first, second, third, fourth column. So grade is a fourth column. So I'm going to be paste the formula, and I'm going to be change the column index is a fourth, and Tamil marks is a fifth column. So I'm going to be change the column index fifth, and Islam marks sixth column. So I'm going to be change 6, and science marks seventh column. So I'm going to be change 7, and maths marks eighth column. So I'm going to be change 8, and then English marks ninth column. So I'm going to be change 9, and then total marks is the 10th column. So I'm going to be change 10, and average marks is the 11th column. So I'm going to be change the column index is the 11. Then I'm going to be enter 68.2, right? So now I'm going to be check one by one. For an example, if I want to be get that 1005, so you can select this list. I'm going to be select the 1005. 1005 is Izzat. You can see Izzat, and he is a male. You can see he is a male, right? Izzat is male, and grade 10. Here you can see grade 10, and Tamil marks it 21, Islam marks 56, science marks 96, and maths marks 54, and English marks 58. The total marks 285. The average mark 57. So our VLOOKUP is a perfect. This is the second method. We can use VLOOKUP function to retrieve the data from this table to here. If you change anything else in this table, it will reflect here. For an example, if I going to be change the one person marks, it will reflect here. For an example, 1001 Hafila, and I'm going to be change the English marks as 88, right? 88. If I type 88, it will also change here English marks 88. I'm going to be type 88, enter. You can see here 88, right? So it will reflect what are the things you change here. It will reflect there. So I'm going to be change 87. It's a perfect marks. So 87. As well, if you want to be enter the new record, you can enter by using this marks. You can see if you want to be drag how many records you want to be enter, you can enter, right? For an example, I'm going to be type 1021, and his name is Sarah, right? She is a female. It's automatically update in the chart, right? That's what I'm going to be explain. And then grade 11, and 98, 25, 64, 87, 95, the total available, right? So no need to be do anything else. It's automatically update in the chart. You can see here, if I click the list button, you can see 1021 also available here, right? 1021. This is automatically updated here, right? So likewise, you can update your records, right? You can see here there is some of the space available because this is a space it will see here. You can see here this is space. So if I delete this space, it will automatically delete it. It's automatically deleted. So I'm going to be delete. So you can see here there is nothing after 1021. So likewise, you can update the table. Now I'm going to be delete this 1021 record because I haven't 20 student mark list. So if I want to be delete, I can delete. If I delete, the result it will come not available because it's not available in this table. So if I delete, it will come the message, error message, right? So if I want to be delete, control plus minus, you can see it will say not available. But in the list also it will automatically delete, right? So you can see there is nothing in 1021 because it's automatically deleted. If anything change in the table, it will reflect here, right? So I'm going to be choose 1001. Now everything is perfect, right? Likewise, you can edit this table and you can update the table. The method 2 is the perfect to retrieve the data for the exact match. We have already studied about how can we retrieve the data from this table to this chart by using Vlookup function, and you can get the data or you can filter the data by using filter option. This way also you can extract the data. For an example, if you want to get that 1001 roll number details, you can click here in the filter button and you can choose uncheck the select all, and then you can click the in front of 1001 which you want. Then I'm going to be click OK button, and you can see the details available for here, right? So this is how also you can extract the data. But the problem is if the data has more than 1000 or 500 or something like that, it's really difficult to get the data or extract the data by using filter option, right? This is how the Vlookup function, it's a very easy to retrieve the data from this table to this chart, right? So I'm going to be clear the filter. If I clear the filter, everything appear here. Now we are going to look at that Vlookup function approximate match, and method 1, lookup data consider as a range. This is the student exam result 2020, and you know well that a range means the set of the data, right? So this is the set of the data. Based on that, we are going to be retrieve the data to here. You can see here, this is the, if I type the student roll number, student name, gender, grade, Tamil marks, Islam marks, science marks, maths marks, English marks, and the total marks and average marks should become here. Based on the average marks, the final result we have to be put based on this chart. If it the final average marks between 0 to 35, the grade should become W. The final average marks come 35 to 60, the grade should become C in this final result, right? As well, if the average marks 60 to 75, the grade should become B in the final result. As well, if the marks is between the 75 to 100, the grade come A into this cell. How can we get? We can get by using approximate matching, and here we are going to be retrieve the data based on the student roll number, right? And here student name, gender, grade, Tamil, Islam, science, maths, English, total, average mark, we are going to be retrieve based on the exact matching, but final result we are going to be use the approximate match. Here also we are going to be put the grade based on this average. So we are going to be do right now. How can we do it? It's a very simple. First, we take this is as a range, right? So I'm going to be enter the student roll number here. So first I'm going to be set student roll number as a list. If I want to set the list, I'm going to go to the data ribbon. Under the data ribbon, I'm going to be click the data validation. After that, I'm going to click the list, and I'm going to be select the source, the student roll number available here. So I'm going to be choose, and I'm going to be select OK button, and you can see here the student roll number available. So I'm going to be choose 1001. So student name I'm going to be enter the student name, gender, grade, Tamil mark, Islam marks, science marks, maths mark, English marks, total marks, and average marks should be retrieved from this range to here based on the Vlookup function exact matching. And after that, the final result we are going to be put that based on the approximate match in this chart, right? So how can we do it? It's a very simple. I'm going to be do it here. First, student name I'm going to be type equal sign, and I need to call the Vlookup function, Vlookup, and start the bracket, and the lookup value we are going to be search based on the student roll number. So I'm going to be choose the student roll number as a lookup value, and table array I'm going to be select the table array. Table array is this is the table array. Then comma, the third parameter is column index. The student name available in the second column. First column roll number, the second column is student name. So the second column is the student name, comma, approximate match or exact match. I need exact match because what's appear in the cell, it should be extract here. So I'm going to be choose the exact match, or otherwise you can put the 0, it will exact match. So I'm going to be close the bracket and enter. Likewise, you can copy this formula and paste in the gender in front of gender cell and grade cell everywhere. But the formula is the column index 2 and student name, right? The gender is third column and the grade is fourth. Tamil is fifth column. Likewise, we have to be enter. So I'm going to be paste the formula, and the gender is available first column, second column, third column. So I'm going to be in the third column, and here is I'm going to be in the third column, sorry, fourth column. Grade is a fourth column, and Tamil marks a fifth column. Tamil marks available fifth column, and Islam marks available sixth column, and science marks available seventh column, maths marks available eighth column, and the English marks available ninth column, and the total marks available 10th column, and then average marks available in the 11th column, right? 11th column. You can see the 11th column, right? So based on the exact match, we extract these data from this table, right? But final result, we have to be put that the grade. So the grade should become here. If the marks 0 to 35, if the average marks 0 to 35, the grade will become W. 35 to 60, the grade should become C. 60 to 75, the grade should become B. 75 to 100, the grade should become A. So how can we get? We can get by using Vlookup approximate matching, right? So I'm going to be put that formula. First I'm going to put that formula. First I'm going to enter the equal sign. Then I need to call the Vlookup function. And Vlookup function. And start the bracket. And we have to pass the 4 parameters. Lookup value. The lookup value. This lookup value means what base is we are going to be put the final result based on the average value. So that is the lookup value, comma. The second parameter is table array. The table array, you can see this is the table array. This is the student exam result. If it is 0 to 35 W, 35 to 60 C, 60 to 75 B, 75 to 100 A. So I'm going to be choose the table array, this one, right? Then, comma, the column index is, the grade is which column available. You can see the marks 1 is first column, marks 2 is second column, and then grade is third column. So the third column, I'm going to be type 3, comma, we need approximate or exact match. We need approximate because between this range it will come the grade. So I need to choose the approximate match. Then I'm going to be close the bracket, then enter. So you can see average 83. If it is mark 75 to 100, if the average mark 75 to 100, the grade should become A, right? So likewise everything up here. Now you can check this one. 1001 is average is 83, so 83 come between 75 to 100, so grade A. I'm going to be check another person, 1002, Sanfara female, grade 10, everything up here. The average mark 67.4, 67.4 come here. It means that B marks, you can see here B. Likewise, if it is a third person, 1001, Akash 68, 68 come between this range, so it should become B. So we can use the approximate, the range should be the best matching, it will be extract from this table to here, right? So this is how we can retrieve the data by using approximate match. As well here also we can do it. Based on the average value, we can put the grade by using Vlookup approximate match. How can we do? It's very simple. I'm going to be show you. So I'm going to put that equal sign. Then I need to call the Vlookup function. And I start the bracket. We are going to be search based on the average. So I'm going to be choose the lookup value is average, comma. And then table array is, what is the table array? Table array, this is the table array. So I'm going to be choose the table array. This is one table array. So the table array here, if the marks is 0 to 35 W, 35 to 60 C, and 60 75 B, 75 to 100 A, right? That is the table array, comma. And the column index, the grade is where is available. We need to get the grade. So the column index for the grade, first, second, third column. So I'm going to put that third column, comma. And then we need approximate exact match. We need approximate match because best matching we need to be extract the data. So I'm going to be choose the approximate match. Then close the bracket. Then enter. If I enter, you can see average 83. It should be grade A. 75 to 100 should become A. If I want to apply in this formula all these student, it's a very simple. You can see K6, it means that we can't log the K6 because it is relative reference. Then the table is a fixed, right? So I'm going to be log this table. So F4, if I press the F4, the table will be locked. And then column index always 3, right? And then everything is perfect. So I'm going to be enter. So now I'm going to be drag and drop. Right, I'm going to be drag and drop up to here. You can see everything is a perfect, right? For an example, we are going to be check 55. 55 come which range? 55 come 35 to 60, so should become C. Here you can see C, right? So our sum is perfect, right? If we change this table, what will happen? The grade also will be changed. For an example, if I change the marks range, it will reflect everywhere. For an example, I'm going to put that 0 to 20 is W, right? And 20 to 35 is C, and 35 to 65, it's a B, and 65 to 100 is A. You can, if you change this table, if you change this table array, it's automatically update here and here everywhere. So you can see here 83 where is come between the range is 65 to 100 A, right? Likewise, for an example B, 55 where is come B. So likewise, if you change this marks range, it will reflect everywhere, right? So I'm going to be change like before. So 0 to 35 is a W, 35 to 60, and 60 to 75, and here is 75 to 100, right? Okay. And if you want to be, if you're going to be change the grade also, you can change it. It will also reflect everywhere. For an example, if I type here 0 to 35, I'm going to be type, right, poor, and 35 to 60, it's I'm going to be say average, and 60 to 75, I'm going to be say good, and 75 to 100, I'm going to be say very good. So if I change anything else in the table, it will reflect everywhere, right? So this is how you can use the approximate match in the Vlookup function. So I'm going to be change it as before, W and C B A, right? So it's a perfect, everything is perfect. Now we are going to be look at that Vlookup function approximate match method to look up data converted as a table, right? So it's a very simple, right? It's a very simple to convert it as a table. Then we will retrieve the data by using the table name, right? So you can see that the same example I took is student exam result 2020. The details available here, and you can see if I type the student roll number, the student name, gender, grade, Tamil, Islam, Science, Maths, English, total, and average marks should become in exact match Vlookup function. The final result should come in the grade by using approximate match. Vlookup approximate match. How can we do it? It's very simple. We are going to be do in the second method lookup data converted as a table, right? First, I'm going to be converted as a table. This is the data range or lookup data. You can see this is the lookup data. I will convert it as a table. As well here also the approximate match table. So I will convert this is also as a table, right? So how can I convert it? It's very simple. I'm going to be click here. I'm going to be press Ctrl plus T. The dialog box will come. You can see here the range is not selected appropriate. You can see here the range is coming here, but the range for the table is different. So I'm going to be adjust this table, right? So how can I adjust? I'm going to be choose the range here. I'm going to be choose the range. Our table is just here, right, up to here. This is our table. So I'm going to be choose my table has a header. If I choose the table has a header, the roll number, student name will become a header. So I'm going to be click OK button, and you can see here the table automatically created right now. So if I want to change, I can change. I can put the color. You can see here table tool also come here. So if you want to be change, you can change the color. So I'm going to change the color here. This is color I'm going to be put, or I'm going to be put the different one. Okay, this is one, it's look nice, right? And I'm going to be adjust, if I want I can adjust this one, and here I'm going to put the new column. If I press the control plus, the column, new column will be appear here, because I'm going to put that gap, right? Then it's a perfect, right? I'm going to be change the zoom size 100. Okay, if I choose the 100, it's look nice. Okay, and then I'm going to create, this is mark also as a table, because we will use this table in the approximate match. Now I'm going to be create the table for this marks range. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to be press the control plus T. Then you know that this is the range selected, but I need from marks, this is the range I need, so I'm going to be manually selected. After that I tick my table has header, so then I'm going to be click OK button. You can see marks great. Okay, so if you want to be change the table design, you can change. You can see the table design, it's come here, and I'm going to be change the, this is one, right? Okay, good, it's look nice, right? So now we have converted this lookup data, this is lookup data for the exact matching, this is lookup data for the approximate matching, right? So we converted as a table. After that we are going to be extract the data from this table to here as well, this table to here, right? So how can we do it? It's also very simple. So I'm going to be adjust this one, I'm going to be put that gap, little gap, right? Okay, so now if I type the student roll number, the student name, student gender, student grade, Tamil, Islam, Science, Maths, English, total and average marks should be retrieved from this table to here by using VLOOKUP exact matching. But final result, we will get the final result based on this average marks, and also this table range, we will put that final result grade. So we can use that for the final result VLOOKUP function in the approximate matching, right? Before we are going to enter the VLOOKUP formula, we need to put that the table name, we need to change the table name. You can see here the table name, table design, you can see the table name is table 2, but I'm going to be change this table name as a result, right? Result, I'm going to be change result, right? And I'm going to be enter, and here this table I'm going to put the name is grade. Okay, grade table, and enter, right? If you want to see this table name, you can go to the formula tab. Under the formula tab you can see the name manager. Under the name manager you can see how many tables have we created. It should be appear here. This table we have created for the exact match, and this two table we created for the approximate match right now, right? So I'm going to be close, and I'm going to be extract the data from this table to here by using exact matching. We look up exact matching, and now I'm going to be set the student roll number in this cell as a list. So if I want to get the student roll number as a list, I'm going to go to the data ribbon. Under the data ribbon I'm going to click the data validation. Under the data validation I'm going to be click the list, and the source I'm going to be select. What is the source? This is the source, right? So I'm going to be choose, then I'm going to be enter. After that I'm going to be click the OK button, and you can see the list appear here, student roll number. The second is student name. If I select the student roll number, the student name and gender, grade, Tamil, Islam, Science, Maths, English, total and average marks should be extracted from here by using VLOOKUP exact matching, right? So how can I do it? It's very simple. We have already did. Student name, first I'm going to put the VLOOKUP function equal and VLOOKUP function, and I start the bracket. Then Lookup value, we will extract the data based on the student roll number. I'm going to choose the student roll number as a lookup value, comma. Table array, we have already set the name for this table as a result table. So I'm going to choose the result table. You can see here, if I type RE, it will come. So it's automatically selected, you can see. And then comma, then column index is which column the name appear. You can see first, second column is student name. So I'm going to enter the second column, comma, and we need exact match or approximate match. We need exact match. What's up here in the cell, it should be written here. So I'm going to choose the exact matching. Then I'm going to close the bracket and enter. So it will appear. So now I'm going to copy the formula. Here I can copy the formula, and I'm going to enter gender, grade, and everywhere, right? So grade is which column? First, second, third column, because only the change is the column index. So that's what I just copy the formula, and I'm going to apply here. This is the column index is gender is a first, second, third column. So I'm going to change the column index is 3, enter, and grade is a fourth column. Grade is fourth column, and Tamil marks a fifth column, and Islam sixth column, and science marks 7 column, and maths marks 8 column, and English marks 9th column, and then total marks 10th column, and then average marks 11th column. Enter. Then final result, we will use this range. So how can we put this grade into the final result? We know well that if the average marks between the 0 to 35, the grade should become W, and the 35 to 60, the grade should become C. The 60 to 75, the grade should become B. 75 to 100, the grade should become A. So the final result come as a grade. So if you want to put the grade, we need to use the Vlookup approximate match. So how can we use? We can use it very simple. First I am going to put the equal sign, and I need to call the Vlookup function. Vlookup function, and I start the bracket, and the lookup value, which basis we are going to put the grade based on the average mark. So I'm going to select the average marks, comma, table array. We have already set this table name as a grade. So I'm going to write GRAGE. You can see grade table will be selected. If I click here, it automatically selected, comma, index. The grade where is available, which column, column index, which column. The first column is marks, second column is marks, the third column is grade. So the third column is the index, comma, we need approximate match, exact match, we need approximate match. It means that best matching extracted to this cell. So I'm going to choose the approximate match, then I'm going to close the bracket and then enter. You can see 83, this is this range, so should be A, right? So if I change the student roll number, it's automatically put the grade, right? So it's awesome. And now I'm going to put the grade here also by using Vlookup approximate match. How can I do it? It's also very simple. I'm going to put that equal sign here, and then first I need to call the Vlookup function. Vlookup function, start the bracket. Lookup value is, what is the lookup value? We are going to retrieve the data based on the average marks. So average marks, it's our lookup value, comma, table arrays, this is the table array. So table array, we have already set the name is grade. So if I type the grade, it will come, comma, the column index is grade column where is available, third column. So I'm going to be type 3, comma, and then approximate match or exact match, I need approximate match. So I'm going to be click true, or I'm going to be type 1, right? If I type 1 also approximate match, then close the bracket and enter. So now you can see here area we applied, right? So this is how we can apply the Vlookup function approximate, and if you change anything else here, it will reflect that great, and here also, right? As well, if you want to be add the new record, you can add the new record here. We have already studied it, right? And everything is a perfect.